Track 7, Actually Romantic.
Actually Romantic.
Track 8,
I wonder who that's
Wish List with $2 as the S's. Just thought I'd point that out. Grammatical flourish. Track 9, Wood.
Wood. Nice.
Track 10, Canceled, but it's in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
Oh, that's a banger.
Track 11, Honey.
Honey.
And can you do drum roll? Last track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter! That's awesome.
So that's
Look
that.
At this.
Yeah. And so
That's
then we got...
That is a showgirl.
We got this orange vinyl.
And it's orange.
Here. Yeah, it is. And sparkly.
Entering a new era.
Sparkly.
Taylor Swift's laughter filled the room as she stepped into the chaos and comfort of the New Heights podcast. The walls of the makeshift studio seemed to shimmer with anticipation. Travis and Jason Kelce, still riding the adrenaline of another wild NFL season, greeted her with the same blend of brotherly teasing and genuine curiosity that has made their show an internet sensation. But today, it wasn't just football or family that brought everyone together. It was Taylor, her whirlwind life, the unexpected twists of fame, and the ordinary joys that have become extraordinary in her world. Taylor seemed at ease, her laughter echoing as she joked about the studio's wild dimensions. She quipped, "I'll make it work, even if I have to leave some equipment trunks behind." The mood was light, the conversation effortless. But as the mics rolled, it quickly became clear. This wasn't the Taylor Swift people thought they knew. This was a woman halfway between the world's biggest stages and the quiet corners of her own kitchen, a woman finding herself again in the spaces between the spotlights. She launched into stories of travel, painting vivid pictures of Europe's cobblestone streets, Australia's endless skies, and the thrill of being on stage in cities she never expected to visit. The tour, she confessed, had been a dream, exhausting, exhilarating, and now that it was over, almost surreal. "There's nothing like getting your hobbies back," she said. After years of set lists, rehearsals, and learning how to say, "Welcome to the Era Tour" in a dozen languages. With touring behind her, Taylor found herself returning to old loves and new obsessions. She called them granny hobbies, the kinds of pastimes that could have existed in the 1700s. Sewing children's purses and baby blankets had become her specialties. "I've really gotten my granny on," she said, grinning, as Travis confirmed her skills, and Jason rolled his eyes in mock disbelief. But it was her baking that truly stole the conversation. Her latest obsession? Sourdough. The kind of bread that requires patience, a little science, and a lot of trial and error. Travis confessed he'd become a willing taste tester, even requesting loaves sent straight to training camp. Taylor described the rituals of wrapping warm bread in cling film, trying desperately to keep it fresh, and the laughter that ensued when, inevitably, someone bit into a slightly stale slice. Sourdough, it turned out, had become the soundtrack to their days. 60% of our conversations are about bread, Taylor joked. She rattled off flavors: blueberry, lemon, cinnamon swirl, cinnamon raisin. The latest experiment was funfetti sourdough, a rainbow-hued loaf designed especially for the girls in the family who, as Taylor put it, love anything with sprinkles. Travis marveled at the magical unicorn bread, imagining the kids' excitement, while Taylor admitted she was constantly texting friends for feedback. She'd even joined sourdough blogs, discovering a hidden world of bread enthusiasts who may or may not be hoping for a Taylor Swift cameo in their comment sections. "The internet is mostly just for sourdough recipes these days," Taylor laughed, "unless Travis distracts me with otter videos on Instagram." The room erupted as she detailed her fascination with otters, how she dreamed of rescuing one, not taking it from its mother but saving it, and maybe, just maybe, having it swim alongside her in gratitude. Travis's mission was similar: find a wild otter in distress, become its hero, and live out a real-life Disney moment. They giggled about whether otters eat bread and if they should carry sardines, just in case. But under the jokes, there was something else, a sense of camaraderie, of rediscovering the simple pleasures that fame can sometimes overshadow. In the kitchen, Taylor and Travis's bread baking became competitive. Each set up a station, stretched and folded their doughs, and compared results. Taylor admitted, with only a hint of mock annoyance, that Travis's loaf once rose higher and tasted better. Jason, never one to miss a joke, chimed in about the dangers of chest hair in the bread and the ever-present possibility of cat hair in Taylor's. Taylor leaned into the bread puns, labeling bags with her signature wit. "It's a loaf story, baby. Just say yeast." Travis countered, "Him was bread." The room shook with laughter, the kind that only happens when people are truly at ease with each other. The podcast's tone shifted as they discussed the era's tour and the physical and emotional stamina it required. Taylor admitted that while she'd always built endurance as tours went on, this time she trained hard beforehand to be at her peak from the very first show. "I'm not an athlete," she insisted. "I just force myself to do all the cardio." Travis and Jason protested, calling her more athletic than she'd ever admit. She recounted her childhood, her dad yelling at Eagles games while she practiced guitar, her mom cheering for her music, and her own indifference to sports, except for singing the national anthem at big games. Jason teased her about her power skip down the runway in heels, insisting it was proof of her athleticism. Taylor blushed, admitting she only became obsessed with sports because of Travis. Even then, she let others win if they played together. "The points never mattered to me," she said. It was always about the fun. But for Taylor, the heart of her newfound family lay with Kylie Kelce. She lit up describing their first meeting, saying she instantly knew they'd get along. "Kylie has this warm, genuine energy," Taylor said. "She's the sister I always wanted." They bonded over everything, raising kids, caring for pets, swapping kitchen tips. Kylie became Taylor's secret coach, teaching her new recipes and helping her feel at home in the famously lively, loud Kelce clan. At family gatherings, Kylie would always pull Taylor in, introducing her around and ensuring she was never left out. Taylor cherished those moments, grateful for Kylie's kindness and support. She told a story about taking the Kelce kids to a park in Kansas City, describing them as adorable tornadoes, and Kylie as an inspiring mom, patient and full of unconditional love. Jason was visibly moved, calling Kylie the heart of our family. Taylor's own family memories surfaced, her dad's passion for football, her mom's encouragement, her own focus on songwriting over sports. She'd watch the Super Bowl halftime show for the music, skipping the game itself. The studio bubbled with laughter as Taylor and the Kelces compared competitive streaks, kitchen disasters, and awkward moments from both football and touring. The conversation became more real as they discussed the chaos of family life, the importance of carving out time for hobbies, and the joy of learning new things together. Taylor spoke about how Kylie's support eased her nerves, helping her settle into the dynamic of a big, boisterous family. They swapped stories of kitchen failures and victories, teasing Travis about his rising skills as a baker. What Taylor took from the tour, she said, was the value of preparation, the gift of supportive people, and the reminder that life's best moments often happen off stage. She was glad she hadn't known how long the Eras tour would last. "I might have felt overwhelmed, but in the end, she was grateful for every mile, every lesson, every laugh." The podcast wrapped up with a promise. Taylor would keep baking, keep singing, keep showing up for her friends and family. She'd send loaves to anyone brave enough to give feedback, keep searching for the perfect recipe, and maybe, just maybe, discover one that even an otter would love. Travis and Jason cheered her on, celebrating the woman they'd come to know, talented, funny, a little bit competitive, and always ready for a new adventure. As the mics switched off and the laughter faded, a sense of warmth lingered. In a world obsessed with the extraordinary, Taylor Swift had found magic in the ordinary. Bread, family, friendship, a good pun, and the hope that something as simple as a slice of funfetti sourdough could bring people together, these were the things that mattered most. And as she left the studio, one thing was certain: the story was far from over. The next chapter, whatever it held, was bound to be delicious.